Hi and welcome to SPI, Solution Partner Insight. My name's Mark Gutteridge and I'm the Solution Partner Manager for GB and Ireland. And today I'm at Tamworth with PowTechnology, who are one of our Siemens solution partners for process instrumentation. And I'm joined by the CEO of PowTechnology, Mr. Dave Oakes. Dave, how are you?
I'm really well, Mark, and it's great to see you, and a very warm welcome to PowTechnology in Tamworth.
Right, yeah, and the sun is shining and all is good.
We arranged it specially for you.
Oh, fantastic. So, first thing I need to ask you is, who are PowTechnology and what do you do?
We are a long-established organisation, 35 years here, and we make it easy to connect sensors and machines, getting their data where it's needed and where it can be of benefit. Mm-hmm. We combine our own hardware with software, our hardware and software with that of others to create solutions that make industry become more efficient, lower their carbon footprint, maybe gain a competitive edge. We might be connecting a level sensor, a pressure sensor, a flow meter. It could be smart condition monitoring. It could be weighing. It could be all those sorts of things. It could be data from a PLC system or a SCADA system. You name it. We can create bespoke machinery and get it to the cloud.
Yeah.
We're a bit like a Fitbit for a factory.
Yeah.
And we've got really good at it. Since 2001, we've been connecting sensors to the internet. We've deployed in so many different situations, millions of sensor readings connected every month, and we're lowering costs. We're saving tons and tons of CO2 with the backbone of our customers' products and services. Whether it's pumps or pipes or tanks, compressors, conveyors, CNC machines, trains, traffic lights, rivers and reservoirs, factories to farms, you name it. From Ilkley to Istanbul.
Quite a way, that.
Yes.
Excellent. So I'd like to, first thing is, could you share how your partnership with Siemens has helped you deliver innovative solutions for your clients?
Where do you start? It's, part of it is the sum of the parts are greater than the constituents. You know, the access to the Siemens technology, of course.
Yeah.
But also there's so much knowledge across the group into different sectors and so forth.
Yeah.
And it's not just the people within Siemens. It's the whole partner network that we can pull together. So it's combining all that creates such a strong capability, meaning that we can put together solutions cost effectively, quickly, and to start to deliver, benefits on the bottom line for the customer.
Oh, right. Okay. So that's fantastic what you said there, and it's quite a lot to go on there anyway. So with Siemens products you use and services, what products or services within Siemens stand out in your industry, and how do they complement your business goals?
Wow. I'm going to more turn it on to, rather than the actual products, because we could be here all day on that. There's so many of them. To be talking about maybe the philosophy that that there's a, let's say, making things easy for the client. That's really important. It's important to us that our clients can take a product and without being able to code, that they can just get data flowing quickly, get benefit from day one. And well, we were putting together a solution for a client the other day, and we were using a radar level sensor. And we were able to quickly and easily set that up with a simple smartphone app. You barely need the manual to get going with these things. But also, you've got the breadth of products. There's such a wide portfolio. Like within the instrumentation portfolio, you've got, the flow metering. And we just supplied around 50 flow meters across a single factory. And we're looking at different flow rates, different pipe sizes, different temperatures, all sorts of different things. But we can do all that with products from the Siemens family, which means that they've got commonality of spares. They've got, one thing to learn how to program. It's less to learn, and there's sort of like just fewer challenges to implement that solution. You can't ignore the fact that the brand is pretty strong. That Siemens are, a world-leading engineering company, and that helps to add to our credibility.
Yeah.
Now, I can sit here and say that, oh, we connect, tens of thousands of devices and we connect millions of sensor readings.
Yeah.
It has a little bit more kudos coming from Siemens.
Fair enough. Appreciate that. I thank you very much for your kind words there. I'd like to talk a bit about collaboration now, if possible. How has the collaboration with Siemens empowered your team to drive growth and improve efficiency?
Again, where do you start? There's so much going on. One example is last year, we moving into new sectors.
Yeah.
We wanted to get involved in the mining and aggregate sector, but that's not an area where traditionally PowTechnology have been strong. We don't particularly understand the space.
Yeah.
But of course, Siemens do. They've got a strong presence in that sector. But there's a huge need for this remote data acquisition. You've got big sites, you've got large machines. Where's my energy being used? Condition monitoring. There's tanks, there's silos, there's load cells, there's all sorts going on. So with Siemens support and encouragement, we were able to exhibit at Hillhead last year, the industry sort of like marquee event that we have in the UK. And on the subject of trade shows, that in May we'll be down at the NEC exhibiting at Chem UK, and then in June we'll be at Smart Manufacturing Week, and there we'll have both our products and the technology from Siemens, and we'll be loving to discuss how they can help benefit different application areas. But we can also now address more needs for a client thanks to the Siemens relationship. That traditionally we might go in and help a certain part of a business or a certain part of a factory get smarter. But now, you look at the extended portfolio, of course, the instrumentation, which is where we're associated to primarily, but the edge data collection devices and some advanced processing there means we can gather data at higher speeds. We can present the data in a different way. We can benefit from the AI capabilities. We can put together maybe industrial Wi-Fi or a private 5G network. And of course, we've got the partner network. So we need a bit of PLC work doing. We need a bit of SCADA work, whatever it may be. We can bring the family together and give a complete solution to the client. So now we're able to make the whole of a factory smart, not just a part of it.
Okay, so with all that in mind, if I could tie you down to one success story or project you've been particularly proud of, made possible through your collaboration with us at Siemens.
Well, one that springs to mind is where we've been able to combine Siemens technology with PowTechnology. And it involved a pretty tricky level measurement application in a place where there was no power. There was a need for some edge processing. And of course, if we're involved, there's going to be some remote monitoring thrown in there as well. Our client was J.F. Hudson, who provide innovation into the agricultural sector. And they recognised the need to monitor the level of digestate in some fairly large vessels, tanks, whatever you want to call them, out on farms. It's used as a fertilizer. This digestate is transported to the tanks by a road tanker. And we know, we've done a lot of tank level measurements over the years, that it's possible to do 30% fewer miles to deliver the same amount of product. We know that there's often times when the tanker couldn't offload because there's not sufficient space in the tank. And it leads to wasted journeys, wasted fuel. It affects people's carbon footprint, of course. It needs that you maintain your vehicles more frequently. So there's a huge, great need for this. And these tanks, they could leak just because of the way they're constructed, and they can be vandalised. And this digestate going into watercourses, going into the soil, leads to pollution. It's generally bad. And there's also a risk of overspills. So these tanks are open, which means that, yes, you get wind. So, the level can ripple because of the waves that get caused. You can get debris, sticks and leaves, and God knows what else could get on there. So, a difficult level measurement application that still needed to be accurate and repeatable. The customer didn't want false alarms, obviously. So we're able to use a really power efficient radar level sensor from Siemens, and that we combined with one of our flowlometrons, which is a picture of over my shoulder, to do the data gathering, and it could also do edge processing. So we could start to look at how quickly the tank was emptying. It goes a step further than that as well, in that fertilizing and spreading it is seasonal. They're getting busy at the moment, making our fields rich with nutrients. And so there are times when the level would be dropping, so we have to put inhibits in there and all sorts of things. But we're able to do that in a low power way, running from a solar cell, because we could power optimize it all. And we're doing that using standard products from Siemens and standard products from PowTechnology to deliver a really powerful solution for our client.
Wow, I mean, that's just amazing what's going on there. You don't think of it, do you, really, when you start looking at that? So we look ahead. We've got this magical crystal ball. How do you envisage your continued partnership with Siemens evolving? Have you got any exciting developments in store you may be able to share?
Well, there's you don't want to give too much away, do you? But we've got a couple of products that are gonna hit the ground pretty soon. One of them's going to make it really quick and easy to get data from PLCs to the cloud. So that can be a quick and easy step for people that want to start making their factories smarter. And we're also coming up with I've just talked about tank level monitoring. We've got a new tank monitoring product that's going to be great for providing local indication, local alarming, as well as, of course, remote data collection. And it brings with it the ability to remote configure. So you don't need to send an expensive engineer to site to go and calibrate these things up. We're also even going to be able to offer remote calibration. So less engineering time, all those good things. I'm really excited about what's going on, about making a whole factory smart. And with access to the Siemens portfolio, we're bringing it, whether it be smart condition monitoring, energy metering, vendor managed inventory, real-time asset tracking, a whole host of other applications delivering a whole range of different benefits and helping the client stay at the top of their game, really. And we're starting to see artificial intelligence and machine learning and how that can really, really benefit, as well as edge-based processing, and which can be used to perhaps improve quality, reduce downtime, lower costs, and of course, the bigger thing, reduce the carbon footprint. That it's a very, very exciting industry to be part of. We're full of opportunity. There's opportunities within our business. For people to work mainly on the technical and the sales side, but as a company, we're growing. It's fantastic. Having access to the Siemens technology portfolio, the Siemens resource when it comes to the people, as well as the partner network. And we're already doing great things, and we look forward to doing even more of it.
Well, Dave, many thanks for that insight. It's been really enlightening and really thoughtful and thought-provoking. And it's really good to see the value that you see in the partnership between PowTechnology and Siemens, the collaboration, and it shows the value of this true partnership. We look forward to further collaboration with yourselves. And really, what I'd like to say to everybody is this is the first edition of SPI, Solution Partner Insight. There'll be more coming, so please join us. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.